today's vlog is going to be a part 2 of Koda's disability video. I'm filming this because there's a lot of unanswered questions, a lot of people continuing to ask questions, and also what I discovered from filming that video was something incredible, something really amazing that I wasn't aware was going to happen, and that is people that have Koda's same disability have reached out to me, and I've been able to learn all these new and different things about his disability that I didn't know before, and this means a lot to me. And if making these videos about his disability helps us to connect and find a community for him that he'll maybe want to connect with later in life, or if he has a question about anything, just to have these people here for him to talk to is going to be a really amazing thing. So I'm going to keep on making update videos about Koda's disability, just so we can continue to make these amazing connections, because we haven't met anyone in real life who has Koda's same disability. So this has been amazing, really. I've learned a lot. So if you're new here, I'm Leola, and I'm a 19-year-old mom of 3 babies living in Hawaii. To give you a little background, I have twin toddlers. They were Modai identical twins, so that means 2 sacs, 1 placenta, and it was a high-risk pregnancy. We had a lot of issues, and Koda ended up developing arthrogryposis, multiplex congenita, in his upper extremities. So his arms don't function like normal arms. He is a lot more limited than you and I are, and if you want to listen to more about the basics about Koda's disability, I'm going to leave part 1 to this video down below in the description box. But today, basically, what I wanted to do was go into this part 1 of the video and answer these questions that are still lingering and that people still have. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do to start. So the first and most commonly asked question, which completely slipped my mind when I was filming this video, I don't know why. I was just so focused on, I think, explaining to you how I've changed from being someone that had fear about the disability to someone who feels very optimistic about it. And I think that was my focus of that video, and that's why I forgot so many details that are pretty important. So the question that everybody wants to know is, has he had any kind of physical therapy, or will he have any kind of physical therapy? Just everything about physical therapy and Koda. So basically, Koda had received physical therapy when he was in the NICU, as well as when we came home back to Kauai. We got physical therapy from Easter Seals, is what it's called, and it is just a service that they have for disabled kids under 3 years old. And so that was the service that we were using. They came over once a week to work with Koda and just help him with different things and strengthen different things and things like that. We used Easter Seals for about his first 15 months of life. We really like our physical therapist with Easter Seals. She's a great woman and really wants to help and stuff. And Koda, I would just say that, I don't know how to say this in any other way than every milestone he reached and has reached in his short life, he's done on his own. Nothing anyone has showed him, tried to show him, tried to explain to him has helped him to reach a milestone. Now, I'm going to just say that because we saw her once a week for a very long time, and there's nothing that she was really doing that we weren't already doing. Really, she didn't have, no disrespect to her, she was an amazing person and she's an amazing physical therapist, but there weren't things that she was doing that were really helping us at the time. And I'm saying at the time because we do plan to use physical therapy soon in the future when Koda is better at communicating, because he was beginning to get frustrated with people just touching his hands, and he was just sitting there with this woman who was just trying to fiddle with his arms and stuff, and he didn't really feel comfortable with her. And I understand that plenty of people are going to say that we should still be doing physical therapy at this time with a physical therapist, but everything she was doing, we already do for him. We already try to encourage him with his arms in these certain ways that she was doing. We're thinking of the smart ideas like she is about things he can use to pick up stuff and whatever. We're thinking of all these things, and I felt as though we kind of have a similar knowledge of the limitation. What Naya and I do at home for his physical therapy is, like I said, we do what she did. as well as we like to put light energy into his arms, like hand to hand, and massage his hands with our hands. We do gentle massaging on Koda's arms and hands, just like very little stimulation, but just to like open things up just a little bit. We're not doing anything that could like trigger anything, but just like little gentle movements. And he of course lets us know his limits as well. He likes it when we do it, he's just not as fond of when other people do it. And so I think that's the gist of the whole physical therapy situation. I think we plan to go forward with physical therapy in the near future when Koda's better at communicating and understands the benefits that he's receiving. I'm so sorry for these dogs, you guys. There's so many comments that just make me want to smile so big, you know, and there's so many cute things that people say. Like, oh, another thing I forgot to mention is that he did get serial casting when he was in the NICU. So he received casting for his arms. I'm gonna try to find a picture. He was born with his arms completely like this, like completely curled into his chest. They weren't like they are now, which is more like this. They were, yeah, tucked in like this. So we used casts to, over time, get them to where they are today. And the reason that we didn't want to make them fully straight, and this is a question we get a lot too, why don't we want to make his arms exactly straight? And that's because we believe that there could be possibly more limitations with having them fully straight, and to be central is a good place to get to your mouth and to get down there. So those are our thoughts about the casting, and the doctors that we've spoken with, those are their thoughts about the casting as well. So that's why we did the casting for as long as we did, and we like took a break with that. There's also people that ask like about treatments and just different things that you can do for ANC. There is some kind of, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's some kind of muscle transplant surgery that they get when their bones and their muscles and things are a little bit larger. There were a variety of moms that emailed me that their child had gotten this surgery. Like the ages were mostly around 6 to 12, because that is when the muscles and everything is just in a good place to do the surgery. So there's tons of people that are telling us we need to do all these things now, but I'm telling you there is a certain timeline and availability for when you're like, for when it's best to do these things. I love comments like these. There was someone in my class when I was in middle school with the same condition, and she was able to do everything else we did and more. So don't let anyone say that he won't make it, because he will, and when he does, he'll go even further. I love that. Yeah, I'm just seeing a lot of comments about corrective surgery and if there is any corrective surgeries. And there aren't at this exact moment, but modern technology is so amazing, and it's constantly evolving and constantly getting better, and treatments and new things are always developing. So there's a huge part of me that truly believes in Koda's lifetime there's going to be a lot of advancements that he can take advantage of. That's something awesome too. So I would say those are the main things that I forgot to address and that there were the most comments on, so I wanted to talk about those things first. So I also just want to come in and address a few other things that are just questions that we casually get. Yeah, so questions like, will he be able to go to a normal school, or what we're going to do about schooling for Koda. Right now, it's not that I'm 100% positive about one thing about schooling for Koda. I'm really not. I'm not sure about it completely yet. I think most of my brain thinks that I'm going to homeschool him, just because that's what I think I'm going to do. And also do enriching activities with him. Anything he's interested in, I want to do, and get kids together to do that with him, because I do think having the social aspects, like the social aspects of school, are so important. But I don't mind giving him a personalized education as long as he can get out and play with other kids. So that's what I'm thinking I will end up doing as far as schooling goes for him, because I don't personally and honestly feel 100% comfortable with sending him to just a normal school, just like normal. I really don't 100% feel comfortable with that, and that's me being completely honest with you. People also want to know like if he'll be able to care for himself and what that will be like when he's older. And from the people that I have spoken with, that I've like met through the internet and spoken with that have friends or family that have this, say that they can 100% do everything themselves once they learn to. These things may be more difficult to learn, but they say that when they want to learn something, they're definitely going to to do it. No matter what it is, like if they want to do it, they'll find a way to do it. Which is just so freaking amazing, man. For the most part, I'm not thinking he will need like major assistance later in life, because his brain is super advanced. He's a really smart guy. I mean, he's gonna figure things out. It is just, once again, gonna be more difficult than the average person. Will he have a job? What will his work life look like? These are questions that I don't exactly know myself. Like, I'm in for this ride, you know? I'm gonna discover all these things and see how everything unfolds. But once again, the people that I've spoken with have stated that who they know with AMC was able to have a job and was able to work. And I've heard this from several people, that they have a job, have a normal life, and it becomes something that isn't so prominent to you anymore. It becomes a part of you and not something that you think of as a disadvantage. That's what it sounds like from other people that have experienced it and just gone through all the years with it. Also, family life. Will Koda's children be more susceptible to having arthrogryposis, or their children's children? Short answer to that is no. He will most likely have normal children. It's more of a random occurrence or something to do with something other than genetics. It's not just so simple as it's passed down. For Koda, it was environmental. It had to do with his environment in the womb and his lack of amniotic fluid for why he has this. So it's not something that he would carry on to his children, or he could ever carry on to future generations. So that's the answer to family life with this disability as well. I kind of feel like now I've answered the unanswered questions and just delved deeper into Koda's disability and what life is going to be like for him and for us, and our experience and the choices that we're making along the way for it that may be different. I hope we answered your questions, and if you have any more questions about it, you can leave them down below. I want to thank you all for being really respectful and kind to us as well. Thank you to all the people who leave kind comments and are supporting our family and lifting us up. It means so much to us, and we're so grateful and thankful. And I know that Koda is going to be so grateful to have made these connections through the internet one day. And he's going to be so happy that I reached out and was able to help myself to help him along the way and help to teach him through other people's. So thank you so much for watching this video. Once again, I'm going to leave the part 1 to this video down below. Thank you so much. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel because we post every single day. We'll see you tomorrow, guys. Bye!